We flying first class.
Up in the sky, we popping champagne. Living the life, we in the fast lane. I won't change by the glamorous. Ooh, the flossy, flossy, the glamorous.
The flossy.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't
oh,
want to
oh,
give him too much there.
okay.
Pipe down.
Oh, okay,
Pipe
okay,
down.
vocal.
Pipe down.
All right, your favorite duo is back in the denim. Your dynamic denim duo is back for more. Gimme, 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 gimme. No, but welcome back to your favorite podcast. I am your girl, Miss Shar Dizzle, and my lovely co-host.
Maisha,
And this is the
how you doing podcast?
Hey girl, hey, how you doing on this lovely Sunday afternoon? How was your week? How are you living? How are you feeling? Did you ever watch my show about Jay and Palmella with the freak in the sheet?
I beg your damn pardon. I did watch it.
Okay.
And I told you I watched it. I came across a little clip, but I didn't make it down the rabbit hole because you told me the full episodes were on Max. And guess what? I canceled the shit out my cable.
Oh damn, you should have used mine.
I was paying too much. I had all the things: Disney, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, Apple. I said too much. And then all the channels on cable. So I called the guy. I paid my last full bill and I called Xfinity and I was like, hey, I'm ready to cancel. Usually they try to get you to stay.
He said okay.
He was like, okay. He ain't trying to get me to stay.
He put Miss Janice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we know better. Are you refusing, Mr. Doe? Okay.
See?
You hit refuse. You don't want your medication today, Mr. Doe? Bye. We learn from the best. So I just I appreciate his work ethic because we speak that language. But speaking of work, I do want to tell you how a real one was tearing up a little bit.
Oh yeah, you did tell me.
Yeah, I was tearing up a little bit at work. So I had a year anniversary with a patient who has a LVAD. So he was in severe heart failure. So they had to put that device in. Sade's like, yeah, I've assisted these things. So he was on a heart transplant list, but he had to come with us. Usually the standard is to get a body mass index under 40. But they said 37. I think I told him to give him some wiggle room, perhaps, because I usually don't hear like a odd number like 37. But we got him below 37.
Yay.
So he's officially on his path to get the heart transplant. I had thought a couple of months ago because I saw how much weight he was losing. I'm like, hey, why don't you start talking to our licensed clinical therapist? This is a life-changing situation. So he started working with her as well.
I love that.
So he's already excited and he's nervous and they follow everything. They put you on hospice and everything. So I'm like, listen, don't be a stranger. Come back, see us. So he rang the bell. He officially graduated, but he said he still has some personal goals he wants to work on. That was their goal. But he's like, I'm going to still be coming because I have personal goals. But I'm like, you go get your heart. And
I love that.
we're going to talk
love
after.
that.
So that makes my job, oh my God. So
I love that. I love that.
That's the thing. But that fulfills me. But how have you been booked and busy?
I've been good. I got a crazy spring summer lineup.
Yeah.
So auntie's ready to be. Remember, I was like, I just said that to somebody, like, I'm loving outside. And they like, I thought you said you was tired of outside. You know the episode when I said I was trying to manifest love. Well, I called Mari and the lie detector determined that's a lie. I very do much still like outside. So, I've been enjoying that. And speaking of patient stories, that's so good. I don't think I ever shared this, but that was very sweet. I think I posted on Instagram. One day I was at the Butt Hut and where they do colonoscopies, because Mike's just so politically correct. If you follow me, I say the Butt Hut because we're hutting in booty holes all day. That's just what it is. But I was doing a colonoscopy on this black man, and I go introduce myself. Hi, my name is Sade with anesthesia, whatever. And he told me his wife was a CRNA, and we just start talking about it. And he's telling me, she's retired where she works. I'm like, that's beautiful. I love that. Then at the end, like after I bring him back, he wakes up later. He's getting dressed, getting ready to leave, and then the nurse was like, "Oh, he wants to talk to you," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I go over there, and I'm like, "Hey," he's like, "I just want to tell you that I'm so proud of you." He's like, I know my wife was a CRNA, but I know that it's less than 3%, and you did an amazing job, and I'm just so proud of you. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm not even emotional, but I was like,
Yeah.
sometimes you just really need to hear that. And I'm like,
Those are the things.
nice, Black man, just recognizing all your hard work. Because I think a lot of people don't really know how it's not really for us.
No, not
and
at
to
all.
be working in those fields, and then when you get appreciated by people, it's just beautiful. So I love that
It's
we
nice
both
to
got
be.
some happy endings to work, because
Yeah.
sometimes it's not always that way.
Yeah, and it's nice to be appreciated because it's like sometimes you feel unseen,
Yeah.
even though you're like, I know what the percentage of people that look like me is in this field.
Right.
So, I mean, I went to your graduation and I was like, what
It was
the
only me.
fuck is this?
It was only me. One nigga.
Yes, but that just made us
Okay.
even cheer even louder.
Yes.
So,
No.
yes, so I love that.
Me too. It's good. So, we're back for Girl Code. I said I ride for my motherfucking niggas. Most likely I'ma die for my finger on the trigger. That's the only part I know.
Okay.
I be wondering, because, like, not all of our listeners are Black. So, do y'all be offended when we say nigga? I mean, I don't really care, because, I mean, we're niggas.
You just can't say it.
Yeah. You cannot. You can't say anything. Because we're in a climate right now that fuck around and find out.
And this is our platform, and we speak the language that resonates with us. And if you're here, we appreciate you. We love all of our viewers and our listeners, but
We're
yeah.
niggas.
But you shouldn't want to say it.
This
either,
is for the niggas, strictly for the niggas.
yeah.
Not the pod, but
this is for everyone. This is a safe space, guys.
Yes, please come in. You're welcomed here. So this Girl Code, we only got one today. It was a little longer, so I just kept it cute. But it's my girl Rashonda. So we're gonna play it, and we'll see what she has to say about the Girl Code.
Well, here are some codes that I live by, and if you don't know these girl codes, you need to listen up. And if you do, you need to send it to somebody that probably doesn't know, because some of you all are fake. Rule number 1: we came together and we what?
Leave together.
Exactly.
Amen.
In the same vein, you are not going to the bathroom by yourself, okay?
Yes.
And also, you're not accepting drinks from strangers, okay?
Hello.
We got it. Number 2: if you don't have it, I have it. And if I don't have it, you should have it. That's how this works, okay? We're not talking about using. We're talking about reciprocation. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Number 3, which really should have been number 1. Your business is my business, and my business is your business. That's our business. We don't tell our business to outside people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Number 4, I'm not going to let you wear it. I'm not going to let you wear it, sis. I'm going to tell you the truth, honestly. Okay, honestly, without hurting your feelings, and we're gonna find an alternative outfit. Okay,
That's
we
your
are
shit.
not body shaming. Okay, thank you. Number 5, and I want you to be very, very clear. Okay, you cover for me, I cover for you. Okay, I don't care who is asking: the police, the dog, the mama, the daddy, the brother, the wife, the sister, the husband.
That's hilarious.
You are sticking to the plan that we set. Do you understand what I'm saying? Until we reconvene. You got it? All right. Love you all. Bye.
Damn.
I agree.
Yeah.
We pretty much all those we said.
Yeah.
Definitely the heavy on the we come together, we leave together.
100%. Because what?
Because,
Where you going?
Yeah.
Oh, no. We
Heavy
all
on
gonna
the hello?
But even the drink situation, like, so have you ever been out? I mean, I'm sure you have, and a guy wanted to buy you a drink. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been single, but I remember this. A guy wanted to buy you a drink, then everybody. Do you
Yeah.
operate from that
Yeah.
space?
Because I'm like, it's 6 of us.
Because it's rude as fuck.
Yeah. My friend, it's crazy. My friend just did that. Like, we were all out, and a guy came up and wanted the girls a drink.
Yeah.
Like, he had a drink, and she had a drink.
Uh-huh.
And my friend was like,
It's just,
it's 6 of us here.
Yeah.
Because when my homeboy came up, he was like,
Yeah.
oh, you want a drink? How many of y'all is it?
correct.
It's like, it's just the nature of the thing.
Mhm.
If you want to, we're a group.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with you wanting to buy it. But if you walk up to a group of ladies and you're like, this one want a
Yeah.
drink and no one else, it's tacky.
Yeah.
If you ain't got enough money to buy around, then
Then don't buy it for nobody.
Because we're buying our own rounds.
Mhm.
We're buying our own
Yep.
rounds. So, and that's girl code. And if you're the little pick me bitch, it's like, it's okay.
No.
You go over there with that nigga.
Correct. And then, but she still can't leave alone, Sade. Until she make it home safely, she just can't come out no fucking more.
Yeah. Facts.
Period.
Facts. Okay. Well, today we're talking all things catching flights and not feelings.
Okay.
And since,
We always on that type of
I,
time.
I love to catch a flight, and I hate to catch a feeling. So this is gonna be Auntie time to shine.
Yeah. So I'm like not well versed in this category,
So
but
I'm gonna put
yeah.
Maisha up on game today.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
she's
yeah.
gonna be talking to me about traveling, all
Mm-hmm.
things travel, how I pick my locations, and all things about, because I think a lot of people, especially as young Black women, a lot of people are scared to travel and they don't know where to start. So we're just gonna be talking about getting these stamps.
Yes,
So,
for sure.
some of the places that I've been, just so let me get my resume.
You should have brought your passport. It's tattooed.
So I've been to Dubai twice. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Belize. I've been to Aruba, to the Caribbean, Jamaica, Saint Martin, Barbados, Turks and Caicos. I've been to Europe, London, Italy, Paris, Spain, Madrid, and Barcelona. I've been to Costa Rica.
Beautiful.
I'm going to Colombia this year. That is on my wish list. My wish list is Singapore, Greece, Africa. I want to go to Africa for my birthday, but the way the flights are looking, I don't think I'm gonna go. But it's on my list, and I'm definitely gonna get there.
I want to go to Greece for sure.
Yeah, Greece is definitely on there.
Yeah.
I want to do the Italy coast. I've only been to Venice, but I want to do Rome and the coast of Italy. Maldives for sure. I would like to go there with a man though. It's very sexy.
Is it? You might meet a nice, sexy man there.
They're gonna be pink, and the pink ain't for the meek. Okay. Even though it's crazy. I met this lady at happy hour Friday. Or no, not Friday. I went to happy hour with a coworker, and this Black lady was like, "Hey sis, I'm gonna tell y'all how to meet the man." And she's going in like, "Yeah, you go to these business dinners, you wear your sexy black dress, you order a martini, blah blah." And she had a fat ass rock though, and she's like, "Yeah, my husband's a," and I said, "Oh, that's a for me."
Because it's a whole group of women, Black women, that's saying that they're in their soft wife club, and they are telling you how to hook.
But they be white men.
White men, yes.
And I'm not in it.
Yeah.
I'm not in it to win it.
You're not trying to be in that club.
No, because soon as they pull out that piglet, I'm going to be out that club.
But I told you,
I don't care.
Dim the light.
I don't
Turn
care.
off the light.
No, I can't. And then they talk crazy. God forgive me. You know they like this cock. And do not and don't no and no. Oh yeah, you like that cock? No, no, I don't.
Whether you like this,
no,
I'm not gonna be able to do it, sir. Absolutely not.
No for ready, and I'm sorry.
You don't want nobody to talk. Period. Though.
No, I like talking now. I like a little talking, but it depends because I'm goofy. So if they say something crazy, I'm gonna be laughing. Cause what? The food gonna be over. But if Tom over there talking about you want this big cock, I'm gonna say I'm out of there. I'm gonna be laughing so hard. He gonna be like the food is. God forgets we didn't went off on a tangent. How we go from catching feelings to catching cock? We don't want it.
But I just keep telling you, can dim the.
I don't care if the lights is black and we in there like mom.
But what if he's mixed?
His mama white? No.
Oh my God.
I could do a black mama. A white mama?
Yeah.
No, you can't cook. Then I gotta go over there and eat raisin.
No, but the daddy can cook. Look at Caleb's situation. The daddy can cook. You know?
No.
Is it giving John B vibes?
John B is still very much white.
Yeah, he is.
That's still too white. It's still.
I want you to broaden your horizon.
Okay, I'm gonna do a light skinned nigga. Both parents light. Blacker the berry, sweeter the juice.
On it, guys.
We ain't gonna work on it.
We chopping her down.
Her husband is chocolate and she trying to get me.
Because I like dark skinned guys.
Me too.
I can't do the light one.
And she trying to get me with Tom. Can y'all imagine me? Y'all watch the show. Hey, this is my girl Sade. Hi Sade. Oh my God, your hair is red. Is that what? Is that a I've been reading on it. Is it a lace? Is it a sew-in? Are you fucking dumb?
Oh,
then they're gonna be like,
he don't know about lace and sewing.
They
don't know about that. You just better not ask me to get my hair wet.
And you know they love to swim. They love to hike.
And they like to have sex in the shower, probably.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, if you got a fucking bonnet on. Imagine this shit getting wet in the shower.
It's gonna
I
be
bet you that party.
a party at the
No.
top and a slick at the back. They gonna be like, "Oh my God, honey!" But you know they love a bitch with a raggedy hairdo.
Oh,
Them the
they
ones, and
a struggle wig.
that's why they ain't gonna like me.
Sade, that's the
That's
thing.
why that
Did
lady,
the
she
lady
said,
tell you
yeah.
get a struggle wig?
No, she
That's
said,
the start
I
of
get
it.
my hair done every 2 weeks. This is
Was it
9
nice?
bundles. Me and the lady next to us said, it's giving 2 and a possible.
Ooh.
And it looked like a lace front. And we said, that's why he like you.
Child,
'Cause she-
they love them.
Because she was like, you can't wear Fashion Nova or
Bitch,
Sheen.
I beg you.
I
that
said, what you
Martin.
got on? And the lady was like, Sade, what she looked like she had on? Lane Bryant. Because you was not giving luxury, baby. So you know what? Me and Holiday, wear the bike. We gonna find somebody that likes us just how we are, black. Cause I'm not walking around with
Power to the people. All right,
with a
Sade.
leave out.
All right, we still
Okay.
working on it slowly but surely. Lord
All
have
right.
mercy.
Get to your questions, cause you done went off on the tangent.
Well, let me talk about my little stamp. I got one official stamp 10 years ago. I just had to renew my passport because I'm taking my mom out of the country for her birthday and I'm looking forward. Sade's about to go there, so she has to tell me how the climate is.
Oh yeah,
Because I
cause
just
I've
gotta
been
make-
before, but it's gonna be scary.
I gotta make sure everything is still
I'ma
good.
say fuck
Don't
him,
get
too.
no bullshit on your shirt.
What I'm gonna say?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you off the podcast without giving it away, but don't put no bullshit on your shirt. But because I'm gonna tell you the shirts they selling up over there now.
Oh God.
But yeah, we about to travel, hon. But I've been on cruises, so you know you don't have to get a passport for that. But I do like a good cruise. But I do have a question. So pre-chat trip,
Mhm.
I've been seeing different clips, you know, talking about the pre-trip packing is more than the vacation. Do you agree? Like, what is your go-to? Like, I'm planning this trip. This is what I need to do. Your itinerary to get ready.
So I used to be a last minute packer,
Ooh,
but now I'm not. And honestly, the biggest gem that I learned, if you can, just do a carry on. Less is more.
really?
Yes, because a lot of times you never know, especially you usually have layovers with the longer international trips.
Sure.
And the likelihood of losing a bag is very high. With the
Gotcha.
carry on, you have it. I also always recommend having at least one change of clothes and some toiletries in like your carry on bag, even if you check
Okay.
a bag. Because let's say, for instance, something happens,
Yeah.
you can shower and
You can
brush your
freshen
teeth
up.
until
Mhm.
you get your bag. Usually
Love
my
it.
must have depends on where I'm going. So for instance, for Mexico, I haven't packed yet. I'm not bringing a carry on there because
It's
it's
a
not
3.5
all
hour
inclusive.
flight.
It's all inclusive. It's
Okay.
not all inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to bring a bottle of liquor, and if you bring
Okay.
liquor, you can't carry it on. But usually I'll bring sunscreen for sure, cute hats, sexy bathing suits,
Ooh.
some nice, depending on the weather. Like I love a good knitted dress thing, something
Yeah.
flowy, something loose, because you know
Uh-huh.
you want to be comfortable. Nice, comfortable sandals for sure.
Okay.
Y'all know I still work out,
So it's good to splurge on the shoes.
no, I just get like little Amazon sandals
Yeah.
and stuff.
Mhm.
I always bring gym clothes because you know I'm gonna go to the gym.
Yeah.
If you like to wear makeup on vacations, it just depends for me. I'm not a big makeup girly, but
Sure.
lately I've been buying like the moisturized toner.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you a little glow, but it's not
Yes.
heavy. It's light, and a lot of them have SPF.
Uh-huh.
They're waterproof, so you can
Okay.
still look good.
Coming out the pool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hair braids is still a top tier. Clearly, I'm taking Holiday with me to I'm wearing Holiday to Mexico, but I like to wear braids because you can still get in the water. You don't have to worry about your hair. When you have weaves and stuff, like I said, you get in there cute and you come out party at the top, ugly in the
I'm
back.
bringing Dirty Diana.
Yeah, Jasmine said
I'm
she
bringing
bringing.
yeah.
Jasmine said she bringing somebody too, cause you know
Yeah.
it's hard to and also like look up, you know, safety. Be aware of your surroundings. I
For
always
sure.
like look up transportation, how far my hotel is,
Love it.
places that I'm going that are in the area, places that you should stay away from. You know, their primary language. Also, another big thing is money. So, like, if you
Mm.
go to a place where U.S. dollars are not readily taken, make
Ooh.
sure to in Mexico they usually take it. They do pesos, but they usually take U.S. because I believe our money is worth more.
Okay.
But some places like in Europe and stuff, they use like the euros, or so a lot of places don't take American money,
Okay. That's
or
good to
it's
know.
worth less. So sometimes, like a week before, go to your bank and get
Mhm.
the money changed over, like
But our dinero in Mexico is okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they take cash. A lot of places, because our money's worth more, so I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that they.
Yeah, I know in Jamaica they were like fighting
Yeah,
over
yeah,
a
they like
tip.
the U.S., so I think
Yeah.
I think they do. Bring, if you plan on drinking, bring something for hangovers, headaches, any medicine, mosquito spray for sure.
Okay. That's big.
Off, because you never know with the climate.
Mm-hmm.
So most of those are like my must-haves, and I usually plan international trips like 3 to 6 months before, because I just like to give myself time to find out places, to book reservations, to see if I want to change things, to see what's popular in this thing. I don't like going on last minute travels of that, like when they're big magnitude, because
Yeah.
I feel like you want to have time.
You have to know. Now, do you carry something specific with you? Like another thing that was said is like the actual flight. Like, don't bring your pillowcases. Don't do this, ladies. Don't bring a blanket. I'm like,
Oh, I bring a blanket. I have a travel blanket.
yeah, you want
I
to be
have a travel
comfortable.
blanket that zips up. I take that on every flight because I be sleep before they even roll out the tarmac. And I sleep, you know me, I pull the blanket over my head. So I be blanket over my head before they even zoom, zoom, zoom.
Oh
So I
my
always
God.
bring blankets. I always bring my iPad. Usually because sometimes if I can't sleep, I like to watch a movie. If they don't have like the TVs, I always bring my headphones because you need good music, especially for those long flights. Or you can listen to podcasts like us and download it and listen. Or if you download them on your YouTube, you can watch it as well.
Shameless plug.
But so I always bring that. I usually bring an umbrella because you never know
Sure.
the weather conditions. I always bring in my carry-on, like on the plane, I bring like a medicine bag with like sanitizing wipes,
Love that.
some hand sanitizer, some masks.
Mm-hmm. Do
Um,
you still wear a mask when you go through the airport?
yes, and
Yeah.
I wear them on the plane, even if I put my thing over.
Okay.
And like if you get sick, motion sickness, you can bring like Dramamine or something for headache. Just have a little package of stuff that you might need. Some people wear the sleep glasses. I don't need those, but
Yeah.
sometimes I bring those as well on the plane. And of course, your passport. Make sure you have your passport, ID, and everything before you leave.
Now, how can you protect yourself from theft when you're traveling?
I think you just have to be vigilant. Clearly, they know that you're green, and
Yeah.
I think like when we went to Spain, they're like pickpocketers are really big. So of course, if I was wearing jeans, I'm not gonna put my cell phone or my money in my back pocket.
Kind of like in New York.
Yeah, I was wearing fanny packs and I was wearing them in the front. So if you're gonna
Okay.
snatch my shit, you're gonna have to come up, beat me eye to eye.
grab you by the pussy.
Right, like y'all president. So
We almost made it.
so I read on that. Like if they say pickpockets, then I'd get a fanny pack. I'd get
Okay.
it stuff, but I wouldn't put shit in my pocket anyway. And then always be vigilant of like people are gonna try to hustle you because they know you're not from here. Like
Of course.
when we went to Spain, like they have a lot of Africans and they were coming up to us clearly because we're black, selling us these little juju beads. And then my
Yeah.
dad ended up giving the man some money, and then he. Like he bought it and then he told his friends. And then a lot of them too don't take
That's
shit that
crazy.
you don't know. Nothing's free. So like when you go places, they're like, hey, beautiful, look at this
Yeah.
bracelet and put it on you. And then they expecting you to pay them. No, motherfucker, I didn't tell you to give me that.
Correct.
So back up. And just be aware of your surroundings. If you're going out, go out in groups, know what's going on. Like ask around, don't engage with people that you don't know or you don't feel safe with.
Okay.
Like you just same way you would operate in other places.
Yeah.
Like just be vigilant. And then of course if you don't speak the language, then you need to make sure like you know what's going on. Or you're with people. Google Translator is your friend. I use it all the time. If I'm in places like so I can ask questions. Like in Spain, my Spanish is okay, but I use it a lot to like get directions.
Yeah.
Or like say where's this. So I think like your safety is important, so always be diligent and know what you can't bring into countries. Like sometimes
Ooh, that's
vapes,
good.
hookah pens, that stuff is not allowed. So make sure you know that before you get there, because you ain't trying to go to no Mexican jail.
I'm just wondering though, like, how does one get there? Cannabis.
Now that I don't know.
Okay.
I don't engage in that, but I have heard from people I know that do. When they get there, they say, "Hola,
Oh shit.
marijuana," and then
Not marijuana.
mi amigo, what's up? And then
Yeah.
link up,
They gonna
smoke
figure
up,
it out.
drink up. So I heard.
In other words, you just gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Now, you said you've been to Dubai twice. Love that for you. I heard it was very clean, but it's also some cultural protocols you need to follow. Is that the most strict?
No, I hear that all the time.
Yeah.
And I think I was under that impression when I first went.
Mm-hmm.
And then I start looking up, and them girls was more naked than me. They would have on, I got a little skin show right here.
Yeah.
Dubai had the best clubs I've ever been to, and them girls
Really?
was naked. I will say you can't walk around in your bikini
Okay.
in the hotel. Like I went to the pool there one day and I forgot to get the towel, and they're like, "You need to wrap that up." Like I can't walk through the
Okay.
hotel with my bikini on.
Okay.
But as far as like, we wore what we wanted every time. When we went to the club, I wore short dresses. When we went out to dinner, I wore everything I wear here, and
Yeah.
they didn't say anything. I mean, some of the women are covered. When we went to the mosque, you did have to be covered.
Okay. That's the thing.
It got a little more chill. The first time I went, you had to be covered from head to toe, no ankle showing.
Mm-hmm.
They were strict. Oh, your ankle, pull it down. Like, but then when I just went, those people were barely covered. They had like bandanas over their head. So I'm like, maybe they lessened the strictness because it's getting more touristy.
Yeah.
But the first time I went, they were super strict about it. The men can wear shorts, of course. They didn't have to be covered, but the women,
It's usually the women.
to the ankles.
Damn.
But they weren't really strict for me. But I know people are like, oh, you can't cuss at them. You can't say certain things. You might go to jail. I'm like, I've been twice. I never experienced that. But of course, I'm respectful. I'm not going to go to somebody's country being disrespectful. So I'm like, I feel like if you respect them, they respect you. And Dubai is a big transplant city. Half the people there are not from Dubai.
Yes.
There's a lot of Africans, Filipinos, Russians, and Pakistanis. That's most of their culture. They're imported because they treat those people really well. Like if you're someone for there, they pay for you to go home a few times a year. All your insurance is free. Like it's really good as a transplant there. So I felt like everyone was nice. I didn't experience any of that, but I'm also not going out there being ratchet, ghetto. I respect everyone's culture that I'm there, but I mean, they had clubs, they smoked hookah, they
had a good.
They smoked a lot of goddamn cigarettes. But they have a good time. But liquor is more expensive there because they don't drink as much. So I felt like the drinks were twice as much there.
Okay.
Because maybe liquor is just not. Maybe it's frowned upon.
And then I know when you go to certain places like hotels or wherever you stay, Airbnb, some people have like something that they always want to do. Do you have like a protocol that you follow when you check in?
No, I know some people are like, oh, I clean the bed, I spray the bed. I'm not that crazy.
Do you at least check for bed bugs? Because
no.
No.
I'd lay the fuck down. I mean, I guess
I'm crazy about that. Like, I don't care where I'm staying. I'm looking.
I guess I just look around, make sure it's clean.
Yeah.
But I just really go to bed. I'm not like a germaphobe, so but I know I have a friend like that. She has her Lysol, she's spraying everything, she's cleaning everything.
Yeah.
I just make sure the accommodations are up to par, especially if I'm paying a pretty penny.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, because I there's been a few times lately I'm like, this is not what I paid for. I went back down.
Good for you.
And they're like, oh, I'm like, no, that's not what I paid for. I want to switch rooms.
I want to feel like when we pull up, I want you to just knock my socks off.
Yeah.
And I'm praying.
That hotel is nice. It should be good.
Yeah,
but yeah, if you're paying for an experience, that's what I want.
Yeah.
And that's what I expect to get. So you have to be vocal about that because I'm like, these trips aren't cheap. So
no,
I want to get what I'm paying for.
And when you mentioned Barbados, I want to talk about that real quick specifically. So how were the women in Barbados?
Oh yeah, like I said, they were probably the least hospitable in the Caribbean that I seen. They just seem very standoffish. Even at the all-inclusive resort, like when we sit down, we're just waiting and waiting and waiting. Like, hello, can you help me? And then they get mad. Oh, can I get some ketchup? Oh, can I get a fork? It just sounds like you're bothering them. It's like, bitch, I'm paying to be here. And I've never experienced that. Usually when you're traveling, everyone's really accommodating. How can I help you? And it's not like I want you to kiss my ass, but this is a service industry and I am paying to be here. So at least give me some service. I shouldn't have to chase you down to make an order or order a drink. But I didn't like it. The water was beautiful. I had a beautiful time at the beach. Gorgeous. But as far as the people, and maybe I have to go back. But when I was speaking to other people, it seems like that was their experience as well.
But the men were very nice.
Of course, that's everywhere. Everywhere you go. Everywhere I've went, from Dubai to Mexico to they all the men, they go, oh,
Yeah.
hey, like they're all very friendly.
Yeah.
Cause
And
they
you be
trying
having
to,
them thongs on
they
too.
trying to get 90 Day Fiance, but I ain't the one.
Oh, they trying to come back and get a.
Yeah, duh. Not Dubai, cause they got big money
Oh
out
my
there. They ain't
goodness.
caring. I'm trying to come back to them. I'm trying to get.
But
They,
you're not trying to get nothing pink.
I might take them pink. That's oil money. That's like billions. Pinky me.
No, not you heard it here. We know how to get it now. As long as you don't forget about the little people.
Cocky.
No, you're not gonna be able to do it. Now, I do want to shift gears and talk about like some health precautions because I do know about waterborne illnesses and everything like that. So, what health precautions should an individual take when traveling to countries with different sanitation or water quality standards?
Well, I was just telling you about Mexico. I got traveler's diarrhea and I was
Sure.
tore up when I first went to Cabo. Do not drink the water.
No.
Do not drink the
But they're fully stocked.
No, the bottled water is fine. I think where I got caught slipping is because sometimes you don't realize, like, when you get drinks with ice,
I read about that.
and then that, I don't know what it was. It was horrible.
Should you just say, don't give me no ice?
Yeah, or just, I was just like, honestly, I was just like, I'm bottled water. I bottled watered it. I don't like ice in my water anyway, but you know, with the alcohol, usually a lot of them didn't have ice anyway. Like
Okay.
they shake it or something. Or they make it cold, but the ice is not in your drink. But I've been to Mexico a few other times after that.
Mm-hmm.
But only Cabo, I got sick. I went to Tulum. I've been to Puerto Vallarta. But that time, it tore me up.
Oh my
It was just
God.
for like one day, but throwing up, shitting like crazy.
Yeah.
And they told me don't drink the water, but I remember having something with the ice. And I'm like,
Yeah.
so I think you just have to be cautious. Usually you don't want to drink the water. If
Okay.
you're going to a place with like not good sanitation, just say I'll take water, bottled
Yeah,
water.
bottled
And all of them, especially at all inclusive, they accommodate
They
you.
have it in
So
the
know what's going on. But I will say a lot of places are not like us as far as like pharmacy and needs. You can go there and get in Mexico, you
Oh,
can go
yeah.
there and get damn oxy damn near at the
Yeah.
pharmacy with no prescription. But you can get like Zofran and stuff like that. So
You know, this guy told me he was so pissed off about how much the GLP-1s were here. You know, like the Ozempic and, you know, the Manjaro, the Wegovy, the Zepbound, semaglutide, tirzepatide. You know, I gotta put that in there. He was so pissed off. He was like, why is it so expensive? I can go to Mexico and get it. I said,
we'll go. But no, they pharmacy.
that's what he
If
told
you
me.
if
He
you
said
in,
it's so much cheaper.
you can go there and get tramadol, oxy,
That's
gabapentin,
crazy.
no antibiotics,
Well, I know
Cipro,
about the antibiotics.
Cipro,
Uh-huh.
everything. Tramadol, gabapentin. You just go in there.
So
Yeah,
if you have a wild night, you can go and treat yourself.
yeah,
Okay.
you just go up. No prescription. Give me a pack.
That's crazy.
So that their pharmacies are crazy, but all of them, like I was in Belize or something and I felt sick and I went and got me some Zofran. I just walked into the pharmacy like, hey, I'm feeling nauseous. Can I get some Zofran?
Yeah.
They just gave me the pack of the oral. You know we can't get that.
No, hell no. You
Right.
gotta get a script for
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Now, how do you personally maintain your physical and mental health while traveling, especially during a long flight or a long trip period?
I was gonna say long flights. I sleep. I prioritize my sleep. I'll bring a book. I'll bring something that I need to do. Like Dubai's like a 20. Well, the last time I went, it's a 13-hour flight.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on what time you fly, you might can sleep most of the flight. But if
Okay.
you're not a sleeper, get a movie, get a book.
Mm-hmm.
I wear compression socks. That's one thing I do always.
Don't
on a
play
long
about
flight, I wear compression socks.
Can you tell the people why that's important?
Because you're sitting down for such a long time and you're at high risk for a blood clot in your leg because you're not moving. And your feet, they be numb. I'll get up and walk on the flight. Sometimes I'll walk in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get up, you want to stretch. Of course, financially, you need to save your money or, get a good credit card that gets you points back.
Yeah.
A lot of credit cards, if you need a referral code, let me know. A lot of good credit cards get, points
Lounge.
back so then you can get some flights for free. You can get some hotels for free. Definitely use those.
Mm-hmm.
And
what about the lounges?
Well, it depends what kind. You're going to have to get one where you're a big spender. But I want to go to the lounges, but I hate being in the airport. So you have to come in enough time, like 2
Yeah.
hours, so you can sit and get your food and drinks. I like to come and they're calling my boarding number. So I've never get the time to enjoy it. But um, definitely mentally, sometimes you need a vacation from vacation. If you go on vacation and you do a million different things, sometimes you come back more tired
Exhausted.
than you have before. So I've learned that I'm starting to prioritize just vacations to do nothing. So
Yes.
this Mexico trip is just literally me and my sister hanging out and
And get dressed up.
not
get
doing
cute.
that.
Yeah.
Barbados, we didn't do too much. We went to the club maybe once, but we sat on the one day we just went to the beach all day. We napped, we drank, we ate. It was a great day. But we weren't like out partying. We literally just went in the water, took pictures,
Yeah.
took a nap. Those kind of trips I feel like leave me more rested.
Yeah.
Even though I'm very adventurous and I love to explore.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I always usually do if I'm traveling for a long trip and the first night we get there, I've been prioritizing like either going to the spa
Yeah.
or like when we came from Dubai that first day we got checked in, we went to the spa.
Now, how does that work? Do they usually you check in and then you say, "Hey, I want to book this spa
No,
day?"
I did it before.
Oh.
Because before I got there, I looked up, I knew where I was staying.
Okay.
I seen they had a spa. I called, I made an appointment for us.
Oh, you called directly to
Yeah.
the place. Okay.
And then, so when
Cool.
we got there and checked in, we went to the spa and unwind and just went to dinner. I always try to make that first night in a night in because you're so exhausted for traveling,
traveling.
especially a long travel. Now, if you're going somewhere 3 or 4 hour flight, you can get off and get the ground running.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times you're still tired because I travel a lot right after work. Like I'll
Yeah.
catch like a 7 or 8 p.m. flight, even when I'm going domestically. So I just usually like to come and chill. I don't like to do anything when I first get there.
Yeah.
Unless I'm going like for Mexico, I'm leaving the day of in the morning. So it's like, okay.
But it's a 3
I have a layover that time. But I just think you need to know like what it's gonna do financially. Don't put yourself in a bind. I love traveling and being in the experience, but you also have to have life shit going on too.
Yeah.
And then you also want to make sure that you know what's going on. You're mentally prepared. I'm very organized. I don't like to go nowhere to fly by the seat. When I get there, I know what I'm doing every single day. It ain't I'm going to do that. Like, I get there, I'm like, okay, we're going to the spa. Tuesday, we're going to go do this excursion and have that. Like, even Mexico, me and my sister, we pretty much have it planned out. Okay, we get there Friday morning. We're going to go check in. We'll see if they have a spa. We have dinner reservations. I already made the reservations.
How do you make the reservations before you get there?
On Open Table. I know where I want to go eat. I know the place. I looked it up. I made the reservation. So we have dinner. The only thing we want to go do like one of the Mayans or ruins or something. So she's gonna book that there. She's gonna book that there. But most my trips, when I send my friends an itinerary, you know what we're doing, how much it's gonna cost. I put the menu in there. I put the menu so you can know what you want to eat before you even get there, and you can know. I'm a person who travels like I'm not the highest earner.
Everybody can do something.
I plan the trip for the lowest earner.
Yeah.
Because I want everybody to be able to have a good time. And I'm not one of those people that are that deficit of what people have going on. Yeah. So I know that maybe I can afford more than others because I know what my friends do. However, I'm not going to make you pay $600-$700 to stay at a place for what? Like, that's not fair.
Yeah.
I know I've researched. That's why it's hard. That's why I say it's hard to put the shit together because I researched so hard that I'm going to find something that's the most luxurious for the bang for your buck.
Absolutely.
So I think that a lot of people don't do that. But if you spend the extra time, you're going to have a better travel experience because you don't want to go there and be completely depleted. No. Like you want to, and that's why I make my itinerary so detailed because I'm coming here with $1,000.
Yeah.
And I know what I'm going to spend. Yeah. If you spend anything other than what's in there, that's for you. But it's like, you're not going to come there and be like, surprise, girl, we're going to the club and it's $300. I already had an itinerary. Hey, we're getting a table. It's going to be approximately $250 per person. So you knew. And I've sent you this months before so you can get your ducats in a row. Or you can say, yeah, friend, that's an excursion I don't want to do. Or that's something I want to do. So I always want to do that because I hate traveling with people where everything's super expensive and then you feel like you didn't have a good time. I'm spending thousands of dollars and then I feel like, well, what the fuck did I do?
Honey.
I don't like it.
And
I've been on a lot of trips like that and I'm like, I don't want to plan everyone's trip because it is exhausting, but I also don't want to be somewhere and be like, because I'm like, I didn't been to places, I'm like, I spent $500 like, even when I went to Dubai, I brought more money than I thought I needed.
Yeah.
I'm like, I had a great time and I came back with money. I've been to places domestically with people and like, why am I spending this much money, and what do? We went to brunch and I'm spending $200.
Now, this is a real crazy question. That brings me to a question. I got to backtrack before we get into the Dizzle devotion. How many people should one travel with?
Whoever is comfortable, but once you get your crew, don't deviate, because I travel a lot and I have a lot of friends, and a lot of my friends are like, girl, I want to go. No, you don't. No, you don't. For one, everyone's personality doesn't go.
Correct.
For one, everyone money don't go.
Correct.
Some people are cheap. Some people are bougie. Some people, and I also think you can travel with different friends. Like if I'm like, hey, I want to go to Mexico tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to hit up some of my CRNA friends because I know they have the disposable income.
Yeah.
They're probably my single CRNA friends. They have disposable income. They have the schedule. They can do shit quick.
Yeah.
Want to go to Paris tomorrow? I'm not going to ask my friend who I know has a 9 to 5. I'm like, bitch, no.
But like, what craft?
But then, but also the people that I travel with are people that have traveled with me for 10 years.
Yeah.
Because I'm vetted. Because you're not about to ruin my experience. You're not about to ruin my experience because you're being cheap or you're being ignorant or you're being disrespectful to people's culture. Because people go there and they don't speak English. Bitch, you're in their country.
Correct.
Like you're gonna $20. You knew how much you were spending before you got here. If you didn't bring your $20 for what I don't like, and it's okay if you're not high earning.
You don't want a penny pinch.
Because you knew what you were spending before we got here. That's why I do that. So you're not going to be surprised. So if you come and you don't got nothing, or I don't like going out with people who are judgmental. You know, I like to wear skimpy little bathing suits. Or someone's like, girl, you wearing that? Stay your grandma ass at home. You can wear a full muumuu. I don't care.
But let me have this ass out.
This ass is out.
Yeah.
All of it. Look away or don't. So I think it's very important to travel with people who are like-minded like you.
For sure.
Who like to have fun. I'm very spontaneous.
And
I like to try new things. Like you need to get along with groups because clearly you might be, if you're a friend of mine that doesn't know my other friends, I'll probably like you could room with me. But it's like you also need to gauge. You can't be nasty. You can't be rude. You can't be standoffish. So I think that's why the core people that I travel with, give or take, I keep traveling with them because I know what to expect.
Sure.
So like we talked about, I'm comfortable with that. And I feel like with traveling, that's not my time to figure out if I'm comfortable with you or not.
And how did you build that? You built that
because I went on trips. You know, I took somebody on a trip, like my first international trip with someone, and they acted a ghetto ass mess. And they were very rude to the people. They act like they didn't have no money. And I was like, oh, you'll never go anywhere with me again. And they didn't. So I just don't like stuff like that. So like once I found my crew, I'm like, this is what, and I think everyone should do that. Your crew can be 10 people who are great, or it can be 3.
So it's not a number to you.
No, I think I usually have a good 6 to 8, but I know people that go with just one friend. Like I know this friend's always going to have their money. I know that we're going to have a good time, and it's just them two. Yeah. I know people maybe only travel with their siblings. I know people who only travel. Some people travel with their kids or couples. Like, I think it's trial and error, especially, you're getting into the travel. It's going to be some trial and error. Like, once you go on you're going to your mom, of course, y'all are going to have a good time. Y'all spend time together. But, like, if we did a girls' trip or something and it was me, you, and maybe someone else, even though we spend a lot of time together, we've never traveled together. So that's different. I see you in a different element. So we might be the best of friends without traveling. I'm like, nah, friend, you getting on my damn nerves. You acting anxious. I ain't got time for that shit. We trying to have a good time.
Lord.
So then I might be like, you stay your ass at home. Like, I've had friends that are my best friends, and they went somewhere, and I said, oh, you're not coming no more.
You said you're not coming no more. Well, I hope that never happens. Because,
no, we don't go somewhere.
Because you already told me where we're going.
Yeah. When y'all see us on the coast of Italy with our limoncellos, ciao, bella.
Look, let's practice.
Ciao, bella.
Yes.
We're going to be celebrating something, but to be determined.
You heard it first. So what you got for I feel like you've been talking the whole time, friend. I feel like,
Yeah.
But I do need you to drop that Dizzle devotion.
I kept it short and sweet today because I knew I was going to have to talk a lot.
Yeah.
So as we're discussing travel, we know that it takes time to conquer your fear. And sometimes God places you in situations where you possess fear. But you cannot truly step into the fruits of your labor without conquering your fear. I pray that whatever is holding you back, that you understand that the only thing holding you back from being your true authentic self is taking a step and letting go of fear and walking by faith. We cannot always see what is on the other side of the door, but we don't know what's on it until we actually open it. God, I pray for our listeners that they are no longer allowing the burdens of fear to compress them, and you elevate them so that they can live a life that is not only honoring you, but also honoring themselves. Fear is not the focus. Fruitfulness is the future. Amen.
Ooh, that's a good one too. And I just want to say thank you to Sade for her travel expertise. And one day she is going to have that, what, travel
We're going to have that travel
concierge
concierge app.
Yes.
So make sure you check that
Amen.
out. Also, I want to say one more thing. I'm going to link the link below. I don't know when this episode is dropping, but I believe May is Lupus Awareness Month. One of my cousins did pass away from lupus, and we hold a lupus awareness walk for her. So I'm going to put the link in there. If you can donate, you can virtually walk. You can support her. Sister does an amazing presentation, and she's been holding it, and they're having the 8th annual lupus walk. May 3rd in Colorado. But if you're not able to make it like myself, you can walk virtually. You can donate to the cause. You can spread awareness. So we'll put that. And that is in memory of my cousin, Erica Johnson.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. And if you can, just give what you can, guys, or virtually walk like Sade said. So we just want to say thank you to our listeners and travelers. Travel away, but just do it safely, guys. Until next time, we want to say stay healthy, curious, but most of all, be inspired. And remember, we always ask others how they're doing, but don't forget to check in with how
you doing?